All right, for the iPad tutorial today, I'm going to show you Educreation and OneNote, which I know some of us have been using as our writing and daily work platform. So to start, I kind of have a whiteboard. You can draw on it. If you click your colors, you have more color options. At the very top right, it looks like lined paper. If you click on it, you can have lined paper, click on it again, graph paper, whatever you prefer. You can write your messages on it. If you go to the top right, the circle with the plus button, click on that. The very left A, that is your text button. So I can add a text wherever I would like, use my iPad keyboard to write on there. Then if I hit the plus button again, the mountain ones, that's your picture. Click that blue request access. Then in your settings, you'll allow photos, and that'll be any photos from your iPad. Hit the plus again. The very right is your camera. That allows you to take a picture of anything in front of you. And I will be able to either retake or use this photo. Once my photo is up, the bottom toolbar will show up. I can delete it. If it took a funny picture, I can rotate it. I can fit it to my screen. When you're on your photo, there's this right pointer finger at the top. It's blue. That will allow me to move it around. If you can see, my text gets covered with my picture, but my writing stays on top. So that's something to think about, but also it doesn't move along with it. So I'd have everything in the screen that you want to, so you don't have to move it around, so your writing won't move. To make it bigger and smaller, have two fingers on your screen, pull them apart to make it bigger, two fingers on the screen, pinch them together to make it smaller. You can add pages on here. And if you see that arrow at the bottom, right now we're on page 1 of 1. If I click the arrow in the bottom right, now I'm on 2 of 2. I haven't found a good way to freeze what you're doing on your electronics to the screen. I tried researching, it doesn't look like that is available, but here might be an option. So let's say do 2 + 2 equals, and then the top right, the rectangle with the plus, I'll click on that. I'll do duplicate page in ink because I wrote on it. So I'm page 2 of 2 and I click on this, and now I'm page 3 of 3. So I can answer my 4 in here, previous screen 2 + 2, and now I have 4. And that would work the same thing too if you had a picture and you wanted to write on top of it. Now that I have all of these, I have 3 pages. I go to the top left with the arrow to the left. I can either save it as a draft or save my finished video. If I save it as a draft, in my files in Allie's lessons, I click on this and I can go back and edit things, and I can see all 3 pages. If I go back to save finished video, it won't let me save because I did not record anything. So let's say I go back to page 2 and I just want to record something real quick. So I go 2 + 2 and I pause that. Now I can save it. But there is a downside when you record your videos or when you save them officially. So now I click on it. So I go 2 + 2. And that is all I see. So I go 2 + 2. I cannot go back to my previous pages, and I can't go forward. I can't see anything else. So whatever I record is what I see. So if you would like to leave stuff that you can edit on, I recommend just saving it as that draft. So now I can go back and I can see everything. The only thing is I do not know how many drafts you can save or if they delete after a certain amount of time. The one fun feature about this is if I select it and I go to my finished videos, at the very top you see the trash can, and to the right it's the arrow with the up button. Now I can upload it. Seesaw is one of those apps, so I can click on it. And there you go, Mr. LaRock. You can make this one of your assignments. And so that is an option for anyone that wants to make it a Seesaw assignment. The next one I'm going to show you is OneNote, and this is the one that I use every day, and it looks like a lot, but I think it's pretty user-friendly. To the very left side, you'll notice that there is my email in gray. This allows you to sync it up with your laptop, because right now I'm on my iPad, but if I log into OneNote on my computer, I will see everything that I see on my iPad. So if I don't like typing on my iPad, I can still draw on my iPad, and then when I go to my laptop, I can just type everything in. I do like to label my sections with the day or the week that I am on. So November 2nd through the 6th, I have a morning, I have a Monday, I have a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday's missing, and then Friday. So I'm going to start with intro up here. I have Monday, Tuesday, and one I'm going to get rid of. Here is my untitled page. If you click on the very top above the day and I click on morning, Now when I go back to my slides, it has morning. So let's see. One thing I like to do for my morning messages is I have the Bitmoji app. It's this green one with the smiley face. And this basically allows you to cartoon yourself, and the kids find it pretty fun. So if you'd like that app, you can do it. Then I just type in my keyword morning, and I'm going to click on this rooster and hit copy. I apologize, it is sideways, but I just click on my picture, hit copy. It reminds me a lot of a Word document, how you have the home, insert, draw. So I just click on my page now that my image is copied, and you can do this with any images really. Paste it in. Again, I'm going to take 2 fingers and pinch them together to make it smaller just because that posted so large. Okay. And now if I would like to add text, I'm going to go draw. Text mode is at the left. Insert, again, type on my keyboard, or this is where you could have your pictures uploaded and then type later on your laptop. So that could be my morning message. Now, if I was to go on Monday and I wanted some pictures, I would click off of everything. I would go insert, camera at the top. What I really like about OneNote is it crops things for you. If you notice that purple line, it is zooming in on my image. So it took it sideways, which is okay. The top one, there is a square with the arrow going around. I just make this how I want it. So that's my first page. I recommend if you have more than one page, the bottom left has add new. And I would add my second page. The purple is going to crop it again. And if it comes sideways, you just turn it around. If you do not like how this one looks, but you want to keep your first one, I just go trash, discard this image. You can see my first page was there. I'm going to add new again, and I will just take another picture. When I have all my pictures I need, I click done, and they very nicely stack on top of each other, and they're nice, neat, and organized. Like I said, I do like to have all my days ahead of time to start the week, but this takes probably about 10 seconds tops. So if your kids are transitioning and you're like, oh, I really should take a picture of this, you can do it right while you're doing your lesson. Now to draw on it. So I click my draw button, and same thing because text mode was over here. Now it's draw, and I write hello, next. Now if I want to move, my writing stays on. I really like that about OneNote. If I zoom in and out, all stays there. If I go to my drawing tool, the button that looks like a highlighter, well, it is a highlighter, and we like to highlight in 3rd grade, so that's a fun feature. Another fun thing is the eraser brush stroke. So if I have my drawing, I'm on my eraser, stroke eraser. So any line that I drew, and if I go across, it'll erase it all. I think it's super handy. And again, for the duplicating your lessons and freezing, if I hold on to my gray lesson, so Monday, at the bottom there's a trash, and then there's the one with the arrow. I click on the rectangle with arrow, I copy it, and write into intro. Now I just take and hold. The 3 lines on the side will allow you to move it. So if you wanted to have Monday, and then an answer key Monday, right, I can add more into here, and it won't show up on my previous screen. That might be another option. I find it easiest to just write the answers as we go or as the kids say them, because now that you can draw right on there, I don't think it takes much time. And I think that is all that I have for OneNote. I really do like it. The thing is, you don't have to save anything. Since this is synced to your email and to your laptop one, I've never had to push a single save button. Some of these are from last year, and you just get to keep reusing them since everything's synced, which I think is a great option. All right, some other apps that I like to use are, I do have Pandora on here. So you can play Pandora on your Apple TV, and I do that all of the time. But if you want to have your messages up, you'd have to play Pandora from your iPad, and then maybe your OneNote, and then you share to your screen, and it'll keep playing through there. But if you try it on your TV and then you screen share something, then it gets paused and it doesn't go. I do have Go Noodle on here. I find that this has more in the iPad app than it does on the TV app. That's kind of limited to what they have on the TV. I have Kahoot right on here. I thought there was one, oh, yep, and the Pandora is what I like to put on there too. Another thing is if you have students that need to be a bunch of different places, I also put their alarms on here. Each person has their own sound. So this student has the xylophone sound. And so when the xylophone plays, know exactly when they need to go and where to be. If you find that your apps are not saving when you go into your internet, so I always do my everyday math on here. It's so nice to write on there. And every time my passwords save, and then I use it, and then I log in. If you are finding that is an issue, you can go down to the gray key with the passwords, type in your passwords. This green button should be flipped over to the right for autofill passwords. Also, if there is anything that you feel like you want maybe not as an app, like if you want Go Noodle, then you can just at the very top, the square with the up arrow, you can save it to your favorites. And then when you hit the plus button, all of them will show on your home screen. I do use a pen. It's not an Apple pen, but I found it on Amazon. I will put the link there. It's just longer and easier to write with, and one side's electronic, and then you can turn around the back and use the stylus. If you would like to check it out this week to see if it's something you're interested in, you can come up and take a look. I used it with my BPTO money. And I would say the only other thing is if with everyone sharing to their screens, and I think you guys know how to do that. Here's screen mirroring. We have a lot of people. If you accidentally connect to someone else's, your iPad will most likely show up on the screen with a password. To get that off easily so that you can keep going on with your day, take your small Apple remote and hit the menu button and it'll go away, and then you will still be screen recording if that is what's happening. I think that is all that I have. If you have any questions, please let me know. I would be happy